All right, today we're diving into one of the most fundamental human challenges, really. How do we relate to people who aren't like us? It's a journey that starts in a pretty comfortable place, but it often takes a detour into fear. The good news is it can lead us to a place of really profound connection. So let's get into it.
It's a question we've all felt in our gut, haven't we? Just think about how you grew up, the language you spoke, the food on your table, the traditions you celebrated. That's your culture. That's your home base. And it's completely natural to feel a deep sense of comfort and belonging right there.
And look, that sense of being rooted is absolutely vital. It gives us stability. But, and this is a big but, there's a flip side. When we only stay inside what's familiar, we can end up, without even meaning to, building walls. We risk closing ourselves off from all the incredible richness and wisdom that other cultures and experiences have to offer.
And this is where we have to be really careful, because the shift can be super subtle. That wonderful positive feeling of belonging can slowly start to curdle into a feeling of separation. Our deep need for stability can morph into suspicion. And that cozy, warm familiarity? Well, that can make anything different start to feel like a threat. But that is not the end of the story. Not even close. This is where we pivot. A deeper spiritual reflection invites us to look at all our differences, not as some kind of problem, but as a genuine possibility.
And this quote from the Franciscan friar Richard Rohr just gets right to the heart of it. Just let this sink in for a second. God is not threatened by differences, it's we who are. Wow, that single idea has the power to reframe everything, doesn't it? It suggests that maybe, just maybe, diversity isn't some human problem we have to solve, but a divine principle we're meant to embrace.
This brings us right to the core idea of this explainer, the God of many faces. Now, this isn't about God having one look, or one culture, or one single correct way of being. No. Instead, it suggests the divine is revealed through the entire vibrant, complex, messy tapestry of all humanity. Our differences aren't a mistake, they're a revelation.
And this idea has some seriously deep roots, as we can see in this verse from Genesis. And you gotta notice the key insight here. It's not that we are all made in a single static image. It's that we are all part of a shared reflection. Each person, each culture, holds a completely unique and irreplaceable piece of that divine image.
So, what does this actually look like in practice? Well, if every single person reveals something unique about the divine, then when we look at humanity in all of its diversity, what we're actually getting is a clearer, more complete picture of God's nature. Let's break that down with a few examples.
So, for instance, we see a reflection of divine compassion in every act of kindness we witness.
We see divine strength in the incredible courage people show when facing adversity.
We see divine tenderness in those quiet, simple moments of gentle care. We see divine resilience shining through in that human spirit that just refuses to be broken. And of course, we see divine creativity expressed through art, innovation, and life itself. See? Each of these qualities is just a different facet of the same divine source.
So, where does all of this lead us? Well, it leads to this really powerful vision of unity, captured perfectly in this famous prayer from Jesus. But, and this is so important, this is not a call for everyone to become the exact same. It's something much, much more profound.
This is such a critical distinction to make. Unity is not the same as uniformity. True unity doesn't erase our differences, it honors them. It's a kind of communion where every single unique culture, history, and person is held together in a bond of love. And this is what brings this ancient idea right into our world today. We all see how fear is used to exploit our differences and drive us apart. This perspective, though, it offers us a powerful antidote, a gentle but firm invitation to just pause, to resist that fear, and to simply look again. So what's the big takeaway here? It's a journey that really has two parts. First, we're invited to move from suspicion of the other to solidarity with the other. And second, we're invited to move from a place of fear to a place of reverence, of recognizing that there's something sacred in those who are different from us. And that is the ultimate destination of this journey, to be able to see the divine reflected in every single person, not just the ones who look like you or think like you or believe like you, to really understand that every single face is, in its own unique way, intrinsically holy. And so, we're left with a personal challenge. If it's really true that every person reveals something unique and sacred, whose face will you see differently today?